A baby born with the skin of an old man, watch how his life has become today. Over the years, we've heard so many amazing stories about special children who survived against all odds. But few stories have touched our hearts as much as the case of Tom Tennant. As some may remember, Tom was born with enough skin to cover a 5-year-old toddler. The little boy came into the world so wrinkled that doctors said they had never seen anything like it before. When he came out, I was quite shocked. I didn't think a human, or a little baby, could ever look like that, Tom's dad, Jeff Tennant, told 60 Minutes Australia in 2003. Since his remarkable birth, it has been a long and winding journey for Tom and his family, but if we look at him today, 2021, it is difficult not to shed a tear. When Tom Tennant was born, in Southeast Australia in 1993, his parents soon realized that he was going to be a special baby. But before the birth, no one could have guessed that their boy would be described as a medical mystery. However, ultrasounds showed that not everything was how it should be. When hearing this, Tom's parents didn't know if they would keep the child. We sort of discussed this between us, and we decided what's meant to be is meant to be, and we went through with it, Tom's dad, Jeff Tennant, said. Despite all the tests and routine examinations, no one could have imagined the severity of Tom's condition. His parents admitted they were shocked upon seeing him for the first time. Tom's mom, Debbie Tennant, was shocked when her son was placed on her chest in the delivery room. My heart came up to my throat, but at the same time it was lovely to pick him up and cuddle him, she said. To medical experts, the boy born wrinkled by an excess of skin was a mystery. They couldn't figure out what was causing Tom's excessive skin, and as a result, they had no treatment and no cure. At first, they were left to hope that he would grow into his skin as he got older. But Tom was so unique that researchers decided to invest time and money into studying his case, in a bid to solve the mystery surrounding his condition. In total, Tom would spend 2.5 months in a medical center, undergoing tests and analysis. Needless to say, scientists faced a huge challenge. Since Tom was the first child on record born with so much skin, there were no precedents to turn to. Of course, it was a very trying time for the Tennant family. No parent with a newborn baby wants to spend months at the hospital with all that entails. However, Jeff and Debbie found energy when looking at their strong baby boy. Tom always remained a lovable toddler, totally unaware of his condition. Throughout this time, doctors continued to do everything in their power to find a solution to Tom's medical problems. After digging deeper, they finally discovered something unexpected. The experts saw similarities between the way the Tom looked and the Chinese dog breed Shar Pei. That discovery led them to some answers. Researchers discovered Tom's level of hyaluronic acid, found in skin, was 100 times higher than normal, which is also the case with Shar Pei puppies. Given that the levels of hyaluronic acid drop for Shar Peis as they grow up, leaving them with a more normal skin appearance, doctors hoped and prayed it would be the case for Tom. Luckily, it was. According to his doctor, Dr. Andrew Ramsden, the condition would probably disappear as Tom got older. And he was right. Growing up, Tom faced some challenges. He was loved and famous in his hometown, but some people could not help but tease him, especially when he started school. Some children didn't want to play with him. But he didn't let himself be discouraged by this, and it did not take long before Tom made many friends and became fully integrated into his school. During these years, Tom still looked a little different, although it was not as bad as when he was born. In 2003, he was asked if he was concerned about how his friends looked at him. Tom answered, "Not really, because they are my friends and they don't really care how I look like." Tom also told 60 Minutes that when he looked at himself in the mirror he saw a kind, loving person. He continued, "Sometimes people, say I look cool, sometimes they say I look really cool, and sometimes they don't say anything." Of course, Tom's parents have always been very proud of their special son. "He's a good boy, all he has achieved, he is doing good at school, he is doing good at everything," his dad said. His parents said that they knew from the moment he was born, they would never hide him. They rightly believe that beauty comes from within, and is more than skin deep. Today it has been 28 years since Tom was born and amazed the doctors after the documentaries made by 60 Minutes, an incredible number of people wanted to know how things went for the boy with the big smile and excessive skin. However, there have not been many follow-ups with traditional media. And a look at social media still reveals little about the life that Tom lives today. On his Facebook, it appears that he has married the love of his life, Hannah. The couple seem happy together, and they seem to live in Frankston, a suburb of Melbourne in Victoria, Australia. Life's simple. You make choices, and you don't look back, is a quote Tom posted on his Facebook profile that probably sums up his mindset and whole life. Surely it's wonderful to see him today, with the same wonderful smile as 20 years ago. Tom is so inspiring. I'm so happy he has a fantastic family who treated him just like any other child and that he seems to be living a happy life with his wife. When he was asked what he would change about himself, he answered, "Probably nothing." Isn't that how we should all view ourselves?